Kenshi Yonezu, Iris Out. Obviously very excited for this. I feel like I haven't done any of his music on the channel in a long time. He's a cool musician. When he's singing, his voice is very distinguished. You know it's him. His productions are cool. And obviously everyone's excited about Chainsaw Man material coming out soon. That's very cool. I'm especially excited because the only reason I started Patreon was because of Chainsaw Man. I was watching Attack on Titan like by myself off to the side, and folks were like, when are you going to start doing anime reactions? You're doing all these music reviews. I was like, what are you talking about? They're like, start a Patreon. I was like, well, what do I do? They're like, do Chainsaw Man. So we did, and it was awesome. I think I bought my Prochita shirt before I bought an AOT shirt. But anyway, it is what it is. When Kickback came out, that was so cool. What a great piece of music. Obviously, we're not going to compare this to that because, you know, it is what it is. But I wanted to bring it up because I feel like that song hits so big globally. And the best part about it for me, this might not be for everybody, but for me, it was the massive amount of covers that he inspired. Like so many different types of musicians came out and covered that song because it was so popular and it was killer to hear. Like we even did a video of the top 10 covers. That was a lot of fun. Anyway, I'm very excited to hear this. Let's go. That was a cool groove intro. Kind of has a electro swing vibe. Feels like a little bit. Oh, a lot of production there. Groove. Oh yeah. Slow design is nice. And of course, we go to our obligatory key change there. That's cool. All right, we're 50 seconds in. Let's go back and talk about it. A lot of cool things going on. I didn't realize how much production is going on. We'll talk about that in a second. But this little groove in the beginning, this groove that fades in. That's great. And then we hit and like this, I don't know, kind of cool like synthy / jet engine sound kind of comes out of nowhere and builds and drops us. But this part, smart. Bum ba da bum 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 bum. Like chord speaking, like where the progression's going, very easy to identify, super fun to listen to. But I think it's more about, I don't know, the similarities of the groove to it's electro swing-ish. You know what I mean though? Like, I don't know. Am I making this up? It feels like it. Like if you listen to the way the lower synth bass tones are flowing here. Instead of like it's like it's a square way to swing. Like you wouldn't like for the musicians in the chat, you know what I'm talking about. Like it's a condensed swing, like, but it's not like jazz swing, but it's also just not straight rhythms, if that makes sense. And I feel like the like the descending lines going against that really kind of work to kind of give it that, I don't know, a little bit of syncopated groove feel. Yeah, and because percussion is this, you get the tiniest little bit of swing in there. So it's cool. I'd say it's very subtle, but it works. Sometimes saying less says a whole lot more. And we talk about that all the time in music. So it makes sense. I think it's a great introduction and brings us into his vocal lines. That's a cool line. We have a nice contour. Feels kind of bluesy, like with the way it's given to us, but it's super produced. And what I mean by that is like, listen to these the tones on his voice. Sorry, I went back too far. Yeah, those are all snapped into like it's too perfect, you know, like that's very, very lots of post-production going on there, but that's cool though. It matches the vibe of the song, so there is that. But I was like, whoa, that feels a little bit more than I've experienced from him in the past. But with that aside, I do like the fact that they pull some instruments away there and they allow the voice and the bass kind of synth tones to be super predominant right here. what's going on there, bro? Like that's why I like this stuff, because you just get these unconventional. You get like the sound of a crow, and then that like where else are you gonna get that? Yeah, man, that hits. But right here. Cool little percussion fill at the end. That part hits a lot because predominantly just the cadential flow of the rhythms. I think the flow of how that like kind of more rap feel is going, it's super groovy. Like let's go back. I think that starts at 32. Let's go to 31. Yeah. So you get quick, slow, dip up, quick, slow, dip down. And that happens 2 times. So you kind of set up like this, like kind of a call and response. It is not complicated yet, but then the flow gets a lot more groove, a lot more notes happen, and it moves a lot quicker cadentially. So it's a really cool way to introduce that. So very good job on your rhythmic design here. Now we're going to develop more. We'll keep going. Oh, that's cool. Oh, okay. And the drummer line. Okay, maybe it is a little more electro swing than I thought, because, you know, it has those like pseudo elements of jazz and electro swing that are kind of a little bit more present now. That's really cool. Let's go back to when this, if we're going to call this the chorus, I guess, let's go back to where this drops. We go to the key change here. Similar concepts. That's the exact same thing we talked about a second ago when we had quick, slow, dip up, quick, slow, dip down. As far as like thinking about contour, where this is just an easier way to, like, instead of like notating out where this is going, if we did like, you know, like an oral transcription, that would take forever. But if you just think about the basics of like when you're singing it back, what are you feeling? Like, how are you recreating that? You can grab onto that groove because it's easy is not the right word. It's accessible, right? Like it feels very good and it works against the progression amazingly well. Now that line is really cool. That okay, hold on. We need that again. Second, here we go. Here's the line. Okay. Way less accessible. That's a lot more complicated. That's a really cool like way to respond to those first 2 initial parts set up. That's very, very cool. So that part, it references the first groove of it once, and then it goes somewhere else, and then we really get like a curveball. Hold on, let's go back 10 seconds real quick. Here it is. Familiar? Now, change. So that's cool. I wouldn't necessarily say a curveball. Sorry, I was too quick on that. But just a little bit. It's related to the group. It's related to the key. But as far as how the rhythms were grouped, we just did not have it before. So very, very cool writing. Lots of repetition here. That's legit. Grab the piano part again. That's cool. Get the piano player sound. Here it is. And the only thing I would like to hear differently before we get on to the next section, I could use the trumpet player just on top a little bit more. I mean, you can hear it, like it separates, but I'd like my ears blown out right there. Okay, back about 6 seconds. We'll let it go on this time. Oh, dude, the glass bell groups. Amazing. Okay, hold on, let's go back. I think it's at 115-ish maybe. Yeah. Okay. That is so cool. Ignore the vocals for just a moment. Listen down to what's going on. It feels like you're drumming on like glass Coke cans or something. Here it is, and that provides such a different, tangible groove experience than anything else we've heard in the minute and 20 that's been up to this. Like, that's very, very cool. And the reason it works so well is because everything kind of fades out, and you just get that. Obviously, vocals are on top, we know, but we're just ignoring vocals for a quick minute here. But listen to how the dynamic difference between the low like synth grooves that are going on is they pull way back. Little hi-hat. Oh, the pitch is even bend. It's like when you take crotales and you like dip them in water and you can pitch bend. That's okay. This is really cool. I didn't even grab the pitch bend stuff on the first listen. This is really nice. Bum, 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 Obviously, left-hand piano, super easy part down there, but it works so well with the groove that they just established. This is cool, man. This is very cool. Similar material that we had before, obviously. That section's interesting. Oh shit. Hey, what's going on in the piano part there? It was kind of cool. Like the vocal part's kind of like the call and response between almost like two different timbres of voices there. But yeah, that's cool, but not as cool as the piano thing. Hold on. Just ramming that lick. That's awesome. And the piano player coming back. Man, he was screaming. He was screaming at the end of that one. Okay, well, I'll probably go back for the piano stuff that was going on. I think the song is fun. It's a good time, but there's like little elements of just instrumental stuff that's getting rammed in there that feels very cool. I didn't know what to expect, so there it is. Anyway, that's what I think about it. Let me know what you think about it down in the comments below, please, and thank you. My name is DrumRollTony. Come watch some anime with me on the Patreon. Link for all my socials down in the video description below. Please and thank you. Click the like button, subscribe to the channel, check out the next video. YouTube thinks you want to watch one of these two videos next. Have a great day. Take it easy. Bye-bye.